Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay guys, welcome to yet another video here. And today, this is my first video on the second semester, the last semester in IDN. Okay, for this first SPL, I'm gonna tell you about what is a personal motivational letter. But before that, before I begin to show you my personal motivational letter, I'm gonna tell you first what is a personal motivational letter. So, a personal motivational letter is a letter you send to a company or university. It's usually used for when you want to apply to internship, you want to apply to scholarship, anything like that. So, people sometimes confuse personal motivational letter for cover letters. Do you know what a cover letter is? No, you don't. For some of you who don't know, a cover letter is different from a personal motivational letter. Usually in cover letters, they would use a more approach to showcase about telling about your past accomplishments, your skills, and others. While a personal motivational letter explains to the sender what motivates you, what you want, your motivation, and your goals. So I'm gonna explain to you a personal motivational letter. So in this personal motivational letter, there is parts that you need to understand. The first is the opening. Now, in the opening, what you need to do in the opening, you need to make it as catchy, as brilliant, as interesting as possible. So in my personal motivational letter, at first I write first about the university that I want to apply, which is the Tokyo Polytechnic University. Now, then next on the second line is to the admission and scholarship committee. Then I introduce myself. I'm gonna read it to you all. My name is Zakia Hasnatita Anjali, a student from IDN Boarding School Akwat, and I am writing this letter to express my deep motivation in applying to a degree in animation at Tokyo Polytechnic University through the university's International Student Scholarship. Now, in this first paragraph, I introduce myself, and I also express my deep motivation to enter the school through their scholarship. Now, this is what you need to do in the first paragraph. You need to introduce yourself and tell the sender why you want to join, like what you are gonna do in this letter. Next. Okay, the next paragraph. I'm gonna read it to you, okay? I am applying to your university because I see animation not only as a technical discipline, but also as a language to communicate with people without words. A language that does not rely on words, but rather movement, rhythm, intention, and even silence. Your program's balance of artistic foundation and production level discipline aligns closely with the creator I am planning to become. A creator that values both expression and responsibility in her creation. Now, in this second paragraph, what I write is why I want to join as a vision, like what I vision in this university. Since I'm applying for animation, I need to explain why animation is so important to me and why the university has what I want to become. A creator that is good at animating, not just for entertainment, but also for communicating with people through a language of animation. Next is, I'm gonna read it to you, okay? Third paragraph. I come from a background where writing and drawing are rooted to myself. I am drawn to poetic storytelling, images that are more than meets the eye, and at the same time, emotion alone cannot bring a story to life. To bring a story to life, I must master many things. university-wise guidance that challenges students to grow through trials and errors until they become master themselves. Now, in this third paragraph, I explain a little of my background. Since I am currently writing and I am currently learning to draw and write. I also explain to them why, or what I feel about what I do, and I also also like a little storytelling about why what skills I'm lacking, because um, you, admitting your weakness is not a weakness at all, because it's sometimes a strength. It's sometimes like you can do. It's like it takes a lot of pride to admit your weakness, and sometimes the university search for that because there's not a lot of people who wants to admit they have weakness. So I'm gonna admit them here, but I also admit I have strength too. Okay, fourth paragraph. I believe that I am a strong candidate for acceptance and scholarship consideration because I bring more than just ambition. I also bring consistency. I am willing to dedicate myself to learning in the ways of art through discipline, criticism, repetition, trials, and failure. I don't seek shortcuts, I seek understanding. Now, in this fourth paragraph, I explain why I am a strong candidate for Tukit. I bring my passion, my personality, what I can become, and what I will dedicate myself to. Now, in this paragraph, fifth paragraph, if I am accepted, I will contribute with an open mind and a strong heart, a strong ethic, and a sincere desire to keep pursuing for the best amongst my peers. I want to learn not only to animate, but also to understand the depth of understanding art, to write more honestly, and to create work that carries intention beyond the screen. Now, in this fifth one, I explained to if I were to get accepted in this Tokyo Polytechnic University, I explained to what I'm gonna offer them. I will offer them my heart, my open mind, my heart, and strong ethic. And you need to also convince them why you should accept them, and they should accept you. That's also the thing you need to learn about, how to convince people to accept you through writing. Not very long ones, just short ones. You can also. Okay, the last paragraph. You need short opening is okay, a long opening is okay, but in this context, I'm gonna use a short one. Now, thank you for considering my application and scholarship request. I am ready to work, learn, and to earn this opportunity. Sincerely, Zaka. Don't forget to add your name at the bottom. And okay, that's all. That's all for my. This is my third time making a personal motivational letter. So in this third time, I did not use many words. I used about 381 words. Now, another tip from me is if you want to make a personal motivational letter, then you need to not accept, you don't need a lot of words for it. You just need around 200 and 500. Do not pass that limit. It will be, people will get bored if you really have so many words, and if you have too little, then people will also be like, nah, this is not working. So, okay, I'm gonna tell you my other two personal motivational letter because I learned from my mistake, so I'm gonna show you what I did wrong. So, in this first one, I write this one for study cooperative. So, in this personal motivational letter, I did not know at first what is a personal motivational letter. So, I was only going with what I had learned from my parents. So, in here, I write about 298, still the minimum words for a personal motivational letter. But what I did wrong is I my opening was a bad because like I opened it up with like an instant backstory. Also, in this context, we need to like you cannot assume the word like we need to. There's a limit to this, which is 350 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this is still. So yeah, in this first personal motivational letter, I did something wrong with opening up with my backstory. Yeah, that's a little wrong for someone, so don't do it. And then I also like didn't really explain much. I didn't really explain much why they should accept me. I just explained why I wanted this. So yeah, that's a very hard. That's a very hard no. Okay. And also in my second one, I also did the same mistake. I only explained to them why what my strength is, what not why they should accept me. That's a very what is it called? That's not a very good personal motivational letter. Not a complete one. That's what I'm saying. So if you want your personal motivational letter to be a perfect, then you should really read more about personal motivational letter. What make it good? Okay. Okay, I think I've been talking to a while, so yes. Thank you all for listening to my yapping about personal motivational letter. I hope that from this video that you can learn from me to never stop learning and to pursue your dreams. Okay, thank you all for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salah.